One evening, as Sarah tugged me gently toward the sofa, a heavy tension lingered in the air. Her hands trembled slightly, and her gaze refused to meet mine. I thought it might be something small, stress from work, maybe another argument brewing beneath the surface. But when she finally looked up, her eyes full of turmoil, I knew it wasn't ordinary. "I've developed feelings for another person," she said. For a heartbeat, everything froze. The air thickened. The walls seemed to hold their breath. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I just felt a strange calm settle inside me. Quiet, heavy, and final. "All right," I whispered. Sarah blinked, confused. She must have expected anger, pleading, or heartbreak. Instead, I stood, walked to the kitchen, and poured a glass of water. That one word, asterisk, all right, asterisk, hung between us like a verdict neither of us could take back. For years, I had carried the weight of our fading connection. Patching cracks, she kept widening. I had ignored the late-night messages, the unexplained absences, the way her affection had cooled into politeness. Deep down, I had known this moment would come. Her confession didn't destroy me. It confirmed what I'd already accepted. And in that confirmation, I found something close to freedom. She tried to explain herself, stumbling through apologies and excuses. She said she never meant to hurt me, that it was a mistake. I listened without reacting. When she was done, I told her, quietly but firmly, to pack her things and go to the one she thought she loved. That night, I placed her bags by the door and went to bed without another word. She left before dawn, and her silence was the first peace I'd felt in years. The weeks that followed were unexpectedly calm. The house no longer felt empty. It felt mine. I began to focus on my work, took care of my health, reconnected with friends I'd lost touch with. I filled the silence with music, not tension. For the first time in a long while, I breathed freely. A month later, she came back. Her eyes were swollen, her confidence gone. She asked if we could talk. I let her in. Before she could sit, she began to cry. "I made a horrible mistake," she said. "He wasn't who I thought he was. I still love you." I looked at her for a long moment, searching her face. Maybe a part of me wanted to believe her, but the other part remembered every cold night, every unanswered question, every quiet heartbreak. "You said you loved someone else." I replied evenly. "Now you say it wasn't real?" She nodded desperately, insisting she had been confused, scared, that she wanted another chance. But as she spoke, that same calm returned to me, the peace that had replaced the pain. "Sarah," I said softly, "it's finished. Your actions already said what words can't." Her expression faltered. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. I told her I had moved on, not with someone new, but with myself. Love, once broken by betrayal, doesn't return. It becomes a shadow, familiar but empty. She begged again, suggested counseling, pleaded for forgiveness. But her desperation only made my decision clearer. I told her she needed to find her own path now, one that didn't lead back to me. When she finally left, I stood by the window, watching her disappear down the street, the same way she had before. But this time, there was no ache, only resolve. In the month that followed, I rebuilt myself piece by piece. I traveled, learned new things, laughed again, genuinely. I didn't need revenge or reconciliation. I just needed peace, and I had found it. She reached out a few more times, but I never answered. There was nothing left to say. I didn't hate her. I was grateful. Her confession hadn't broken me. It had freed me from the illusion that love could survive on loyalty alone. People sometimes ask if I regret letting her go. I always smile, not for a second, because when she said, "I've developed feelings for another person," and I replied, "All right," I didn't lose a spouse. I found myself.